Right now, you are about to see a special interview with one of my students, Arban, who not only transformed his life, escaping from addiction, to then actually learning skills inside of digital dropshipping to start his own store, his own business, and earn over $15,000 selling a simple ebook made with AI and without spending a penny on ads. And now he's using the skills he learned inside of DDM to leverage into also helping other people do the same through client freelance work. And this is a special interview, so make sure to stay to the end and maybe we'll have something special for you. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome, Arban, to the Student
Thank,
Success Interview.
thank you very much, Mr. Planes. Planes. Planes.
I just filmed a little intro on my camera here to kind of start it off, which I guess you'll see in the video when it comes out here. But I introduced you a little bit, and you've been traveling all around the world. I want you to just say one thing first that you just did recently that I think is super interesting before we even get into all this. Where did you walk from?
Yeah, I walked from France to Portugal. I don't know how many miles is that, but like in kilometers, that's 1,100 kilometers. I think that's around 700 miles, something like that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But you're very well-rounded. You're not just a guy that's making money online and has sacrificed everything else along the way. You're eating good, you're working out, you're traveling around. Where are you right now?
Right now I'm in Serbia. I'm in Serbia. I went to Serbia because I wanted to be like totally distractions free, and it's a cheap and a nice country. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. And Urban is from a place called Slovenia, right? And is that a big
Yes.
country or no?
It's a very small country. Our population is like 2.5 million, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very, very small. And I think one of the biggest things that happens here with this space in general of making money on the internet is a lot of people think, oh, I need to be from the United States or I need to be from a very large country. But obviously you've proved that wrong. And that's why we're here today talking about what you have done with digital dropshipping and everything else. And I think it's really, really cool. So I think I want to start it out here with the way that we met in general. And first was you had been following me on social media and you decided to invest into DDM. And obviously that spiraled into a lot of other things. But I think that story is crazy in itself because I didn't know it at the time, but you had literally sacrificed everything just to actually take the step into getting DDM and starting your business. I don't know if we want to touch on that for just a second.
Yeah, of course. It was hard, yeah, but I left my job in around December, and I worked for a Web3 startup. And when crypto like totally crashed in March or April, I lost that job, and I invested some of the money I had into the house that me and my ex-girlfriend were living in. So I didn't have any money saved up, and at that point, like, I had to kind of decide, like, what am I gonna do? Like, am I just gonna look for another job that I'm gonna hate or I'm not gonna like? And I was like, at at that time, I was like 28. So my mindset was, you're gonna be 30 soon, and like, when are you gonna risk it if not now? So it's like, when I found you, when I followed you for a while, when I was looking at your content, I was like, I'm gonna invest in this. Like, I don't have money to invest, but I'm gonna sold everything that I have just to invest in this and do this thing. And I don't know even how am I gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. It was the decision that I made. So yeah, I sold my car because that was the only thing valuable that I had. I invested in the course, and I had enough money to survive for 2 months. And yeah,
Wow.
that's
So
that. That's basically how it happened there.
you really put the pressure down, which
Yeah,
I give you props for. If you would have asked me before, probably was like, Tanner, I'm thinking of joining DDM. Should I sell my car and risk everything? I would probably be like, I don't know if I want to be responsible for this. But you did it on your own. And I think that says a lot about your character And even prior to that, I think, what's really cool about you is that you were in a situation where you were solving personal things that you were dealing with that led to this moment even prior. People think that selling everything to join DDM was a big step, but before that, you were doing some crazier things.
Yeah, I was like a proper drug addict. Yeah, like I was a cocaine head. So my life was really one big pleasure bump and seeking for let's say short term happiness. So I was never a disciplined guy. I was like if you say if you would say to me if you would speak about values to me like I didn't know what a value system was a few years ago. So I was like, I was totally different person.
And I'm just curious, we could just touch on it. Was there something that caused a switch, or was it more of a progressive thing that led you out of that?
I think one of the biggest emotions that triggered the change was shame. Uh, I worked in London, and over the year I have saved some money, but at the end of the year, I went into the casino and I spent 48 hours in a casino. Like I didn't go out. I spent 48 hours in a casino and I had like 3 grams of cocaine. And in that 48 hours, I spent all my savings. When I came out of the casino, I didn't have any money at all. I didn't know how to take a bus. I didn't know how am I going to pay the rent. And I think the best thing that I did at that moment was call my mom and tell her what kind of person I am. And that was that like I can't even tell you like how ashamed I was of that person. And all my mom said to me is I love you. And that completely blew me away. And at that point I promised to myself that I'm never again bringing shame to myself and to my family. uh, so that was the point where I completely changed my life.
Wow. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
powerful. That's very,
Yeah,
very
bro.
powerful of a story there. And she just said, "I love you." Wow,
She just said I love you. Yeah.
bringing tears to
uh,
my eyes.
yeah, bro. The mother love, bro. The mother love, like
That
I think.
unconditional love
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
worth everything.
Yeah,
Um,
bro.
but I just wanted to talk about it because I want people to understand this circumstance, because a lot of people think, oh, like they're in the United States and they're living middle class and they're talking about, oh, Tanner, I haven't made my first sale yet, and they're worrying about these things. And in perspective, you have to realize like the opportunities at stake here, and if you really want it, you're going to go and get it.
Yeah.
And you are the type of person that you didn't want the validation from the start when you joined DDM. You didn't say, hey Tanner, I'm thinking about doing this. I want to get rich. You didn't want that validation of me saying or someone else saying, yeah, you could do it. You sought out that validation by actually doing it, not needing it from someone else, and deciding this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it happen. And that's when, we fast forward to where we were joining DDM and starting that. So when you join DDM, obviously there's a lot of things going on. You have this blueprint. You're learning about digital dropshipping. You already seen some of my content. But what was your first step to looking at everything inside and being a part of the community and saying, okay, how am I actually going to turn this opportunity here? I just risked everything into an actual income. Like what was your first step there?
uh it was it was deciding that no matter like how I'm gonna feel about something, or no matter if I don't see something working, that I'm gonna stick to the process. uh I've been with my ex-girlfriend at that time for 4 years, and in that process, like we broke up. Like my life completely fell apart. I had to move back with my mom, which was the worst thing for me as a man. But I think like the decision to stick to the process, no matter like what comes like in your life, if it's negative or positive, it doesn't matter. Like stick to the process and stick to the plan, because if I invested my last money, my last dime into it, like I gotta respect that. I gotta honor my word. So the decision to stick to the process.
Yeah, that's a big one. That the actual
Yeah.
commitment and getting the use out of it, getting the value. You took that commitment and there's no turning back. Um, which is very admirable. And from there, I mean, what happened when you started using the training, you started applying some things, you started a TikTok page, you started an Instagram page. What did you do that was leading up to the results? I just kind of want to like summarize the that actual journey of being in that position with, all right, there's no turning back to, all right, not too long after, over $15,000 in sales with an ebook without any ad spend and just using social media and AI.
uh, yeah, it was so funny because like even if invested like my last money into it, I was excited. I was excited because like I dedicated myself to the process, and I was excited to turn my life around. So before I actually built a successful TikTok page and built the first actual successful product, uh, I created six other products. I made a Shopify store. I created six landing pages. I did some ad spend, and it was like zero results, and that was my first failure. And the thing is that I was so excited that I didn't follow the steps that were in the course, and that in itself was like really speeding up through the process, and and like on the second go, so when I created the successful TikTok page, it was like, okay, now I'm gonna go patiently into it. Like I'm not gonna try to sell it first. Like I'm gonna try to build a community, or I'm gonna try to know who the people are. And when I started doing that, like my TikTok page blew up. And um, when my TikTok page blew up, like the ideas about the product and all the stuff like that started happening. So I created the product, I tested the product, and it's like from that point on, like in the next month, like when the first video went viral with the product, and I got like paid, I think it was like 2.5K in like 3 days. And I like the funny part was for me because like I had to work 3 months in my ex job, like to earn that money. So it was like I didn't even know like what the fuck was happening. Like I just saw the money. I was like, damn, okay, that like that's really true, you know? Like that's the process. That's the process. And the first sale, bro. The first sale is like the holy grail. I think I will never forget it because it happened on the 14th of September 2023, and I will never forget this date. Uh, but yeah, yeah,
What happened when you got that first sale and you saw that?
man, it was like, because I put in so much work already, and like I didn't see any results, but dedication uh, to stick to the process, and then the first sale is like it's like a confirmation. It's like a confirmation that this is it, that you are taking the right steps, that it's not wrong that you're having zero results, because you're only going to have like zero results until the first result, right? And then the thing is that when you get the first result, it's like the first vision, the first thing you see that it's working. And when you see something working, you can replicate it. and then like it gets easier and it gets easier. It's like the snowball effect. But yeah.
Hmm. Absolutely. I love that. And I think what's also cool here, we didn't even like touch on completely. Maybe someone's watching this that doesn't even know like really what we're talking about, but none of this also was done with Urban saying, "Hey guys, here I am. Here's my product," or "Here's what I'm talking about." Urban has done all of this, just using content generated by AI through the Midjourney tool, and he's just applying, certain scripts to it. And um, it takes a process, a plan, some creativity, and using these tools together with social media, you're essentially finding a way to get attention for free, which right now attention is currency. And you've been able to convert that into something that's been really, really cool. And I want to now kind of we'll kind of switch into from the results you've gotten with that into what you're doing now. But before that too, I want you to say to maybe someone who's watching this right now, maybe they've watched my stuff for a couple months, maybe longer, maybe this is somehow the first video they're ever seeing and they're watching this right now and they're going to go on to contemplate, should I work with Tanner? Should I join DDM? Should I join the community that he's in, that you're in, that other successful students are in? Should I take that step? I mean, what would you tell to anybody like that?
You gotta first ask yourself, uh like for me it was like, how bad do I really want it? Like how bad do I want it? And uh, the driver of it has to be like, it has to be some kind of change. uh, and sticking to the process, whatever process, it will expose where you lack. So if you're still, I would say, like, if you're still thinking about it, about investing in the business, or um, trying to change your life, like, it's gonna come hand in hand. Like the business growth, the change you're looking for, either financial, spiritual, like when you focus on one thing, all the other thing grows. And for me, having having Tanner as my mentor, having the inner circle, the inner community of Discord. Uh, uh, by the way, I gotta say, like, there are so many students like in my DMs that I talk with, because like we're just on we're on the same mission. Like, and the process gets so much easier because your life gets revolved about the same thing. So it's like, yeah, like how bad do you want it? How bad if you seek change in your life, like make the first step.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do delay that first step. They kind of wait for a sign or wait for someone to maybe somehow do it for them. But yeah, I think you're right. Until you make that first step and that commitment, then it's always going to seem far out. And I also think too, the further that you're waiting to take that first step, the less excited you're going to be about it, the less you're going to believe in it, because all you're doing is telling yourself that you don't actually want it that bad because you're just delaying it even further and further.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, a ton of great information here so far and great feedback from you. I hope you're
Thank
enjoying it
you.
if you're watching this right
I'm
now.
enjoying this. Yeah.
And, you know, obviously, with starting a business or making money online with something like digital drop shipping, it's not like this one skill set that it takes to generate the results. There's different things that you're doing inside of there that lead to the results. And you've learned skills, you've practiced skills, you've become really good at things inside of this model. And now you're not only continuing to follow those, but you're also leveraging those skills you've learned to make money in other areas. So, what are you doing?
Yeah, like it's so funny because like when you dedicate yourself to a certain skill set, like it pulls all the other things to you. So it's like, I made the money with my TikTok and my product. And right now right now I'm working with the brand, and all I do is like, Instagram posts. And like it's not even a hard job, like, uh, and I know, like, the best thing is that I know my worth. I know my worth, uh, through the social media I created, through the profits I created, and I also have results that I can show to people that I can do, which is like digital marketing, digital products. Uh, like there's so many things that you do when you're trying to sell through social media and a digital product. Like if you really think about it, uh, selling physical products, all you have to do is like put a camera and like make a nice video. But when you're selling a digital product and when you get good at that, you gotta give value to the people. You can't just record a digital product, right? So when you get good at that, you get good at marketing. And like right now, like I have 2K reoccurring revenue at a brand, and I'm only posting like podcasts and like very short videos on their Instagram, which takes me maybe like 2 hours in a week. And it's like they pay me for the skill that I develop through digital marketing. Like it's freaking amazing. Uh, it's not so what I would say is like it's not only the potential that you seek within yourself, but it's about the potential that also you can give to others, because when you have the results, others will see that and they will want the same thing. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think one thing that's cool to know about you as well is that you from like very early on inside of DDM always have been very proactive and helpful to everybody else, but also saying things like, Tanner, we're going to work together. I want to work with you. Like, we should do this with the
Yeah.
Discord, that. And at first, I'm like, all right, why is this? Like, I get annoyed when people that like just join and they're like giving me advice. I'm like, hold on, hold on, hold on. I was like, you paid me to give you advice. And then, as you start getting results, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this guy serious. He's getting results. He's actually applying stuff. And we found a symbiotic relationship in that fact where there have been things that I've been able to pay you to help me with that is multiples of what you paid to join DDM. And I think that's a really cool thing. And you always said, I want to work with you, I want to be on the team, we're going to do this. And like I see these things happening. It's not like quick, of course, but we're progressing into these things. And um I am very, very grateful for that relationship and what you've done for others in the community as well without making it transactional. You aren't like, Tanner, I helped this guy for free. That's why you should do this or you should do that. It's always just been, hey, we're doing these things with an open heart, pure intentions. And if we're going to work together, we're going to do it and we're going to do it right. So I am very grateful for that in that sense. And for, being here now. And I saw Branislav just walked in over there. So that's something else that Arban has done that's cool is he's actually met up with other students inside of DDM. Like Branislav is there right now in Serbia too. I guess I want to ask you, like, genuinely, if someone is in a position of having the ability to, let's say, start an online business, do something like digital drop shipping, and they have maybe a little disposable income, but they have more time than anything else to invest into turning this into something, and they're questioning all the different ways right now because on social media, I might get called over here. This guy's talking about this guy's talking about that. Tanner's talking about this. What is your process of deciding what is going to be that thing that I go with? Like, what was the process that made you to say, hey, I'm going to go with Tanner and digital drop shipping versus a million different other things? So I think that's where a lot of people get stuck.
Yeah. I think I think there's a lot of like uh risk to reward ratio. Because it's like first of all, I want to say that maybe if you would sell your course for $100, I wouldn't be 10 times as productive. So the money I invested was uh, I th- I think for me making a big deal out of it was the best thing for me. Uh, and the like the risk to reward ratio is basically uh, the rewards from the skills of digital drop shipping is like asking yourself not about the easiest way to make money, but let's say the most effective way. It's like I can see like the biggest mind shift was like when I got like my first 10K, and I don't remember which guy it was in the DDM, but it's like he said to me like, "Do you realize that people that drop ship physical products like have to make 30 to 40K to make the money that you did?" And I was like, "Damn, yeah." It's like uh, the profits from digital drop shipping is like it's like different. It's also the for me the best thing was solving people's problems. Uh, like uh, I know that like we're in a space when we talk about digital drop shipping for money, which is correct. But uh, let's say my page was dedicated to relationship with God. And the best part for me is that I wanted to solve my own problem. I wanted to build a better relationship with God, and I did it. I solved my own problem through the content and through the product. And like it just so happens that I solved a lot of people's problems. So uh, like digital drop shipping for me was uh, something where I found that I can develop my passion of uh, creating impact in the world. So it's also like how do you decide about something? Like think about the things uh, that will drive you, where there is nothing in your life that can drive you. Because like sometimes you can be in a space in your life where everything is gone, like maybe you can be depressed or whatever happens. So having having that something bigger that drives you is the thing that will allow you to persevere. And I think like for me, let's say if I would learn trading or if I would learn physical products or something like that, it would be just something like money, 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 money. But for me, like internally, it's like developing something that can actually help people, like making impact. And when you see all these gurus speaking about things like, can you actually see your impact inside there, or is it something that you would just do for the money? And digital drop shipping for me um, was 100% yes, just because I can build on my interests, I can build on my passions, and I can drive impact to other people, and that makes my life purposeful.
It's a great answer, and I think it's because also you've sought a massive character transformation yourself, so you know how valuable that can be to other people, and having something that can be somewhat impactful. It's almost like there's a lot of things you've learned and realizations you've had that now you're kind of giving back to the world in a way, just through happens to be this avenue of your skills, but also digital dropshipping brand. So this was a great interview. I had a lot of fun with it. I thank you for taking the time. And if you guys want to go follow Arban and check him out, I'll put his Instagram in the description of this video so you guys can go follow him. And yeah, if you're going to join DDN, you'll see him inside. And let's continue on.
Thank you for giving me this space, Tanner. Appreciate it. And I enjoyed it a lot also.
If you enjoyed this student success interview, make sure to leave a big like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.